Well, yeah, but what do I guess I need to use HE for long range and AP for short range? How am I detected already? By what? I spotted something? Oh, I see it. Some nice detection range. Oh, Sultana again with that sub. What are we running? What are we naming our stream, baby? Is it 9 months already? Oh my god. Whatever you want, Sultana. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, who is this? Oh, crap. Delete, delete. So much deleting going on here. Non-penetration, penetration. I want to set it on fire. Not even paying attention to me now. The year has gone by stupidly quickly. I'm sad the Montana class battleship never... Didn't they have the Montana? Oh, yes. God. Another fire! There we go. Don't broadside a battleship? Well, yeah, because I don't need to pin the citadels, right? He's turning. Come on, another fire, another fire, another fire. Oh, he's gonna... Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we need a good, strong Australian name for our baby, Sultana. Our stream baby. Let's see. Sure, it's gone super quickly. HE for long range, AP for broadsiding and cruisers, and close range broadsides against battleships. Right. Had a tier A battleship. Think I was nothing and ignored me, and I rolled up alongside and gave him the good news. They have it in World of Warships, but IRL. Oh, IRL. Gotcha. Montana became the Midway. Oh. Funny thing is, heavy cruisers usually have a lower fire chance than normal cruisers. Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll be better with cruisers now. I just remember back then I sucked with cruisers. But I feel like I did pretty good that time.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
There was going to be a class of battleships called the Montana class. It was basically an Iowa class. Oh, that's right. It was too big or something, right? So they had to make it smaller because of their treaty or whatever. I don't remember. But I do remember reading something about that. My first stream, baby. Tell you, we need a good, strong Australian name. Oh, shoot. Spaz. There we are. Dang, Spaz, you're full. You haven't even been touched. Get in the game, son. I'm just kidding. Look at you. You already beat the crap out of me. But I wasn't at the bottom of the team. Happy about that. You did well. Thank you. No, U.S. designed its ships to fit through the Panama Canal. The issue is ships were too heavy by design and had to be drastically lighter. Oh, that's what they're calling for now. They're getting rid of a lot of the bigger aircraft carriers, and they want to go to the smaller, what do they call them, amphibious assault ships or whatever. Could make a Simpsons reference, but you wouldn't get it? Probably. Oh, man. The U.S. can't cheaply dismantle the big aircraft carriers it has because they mostly use nuclear power. Yeah. Well, they can just, when they decommission them, just not make more. A lot of them are pretty old. I know they did start making another Enterprise, right? I think they started one a few years ago. But, yeah. You can just not make new ones. The Montana class was the same width as the Iowa, but it was replaced because aircraft carriers were in favor. I'm going to decommission 2 of them. Yeah. Well, I remember saying something about because of the conflict in China, they wanted, oh my god, they just went through this big thing. I don't even remember the reason. I just remember they said they wanted more smaller ones as opposed to fewer big ones. I guess to have versatility to respond to various places and types of conflicts. And the amphibious assault ones were more self-contained, I think. Like, the larger ones can carry a full squadron of planes, whereas the smaller ones cannot. So they wanted something that was... Was it more specialized or something? So they could combine them for better effect or something, instead of... Like, if they had one aircraft carrier group that could do everything, they would rather have, like, 3 aircraft carrier groups where you could put 2 together and they could do everything. And still have one out there available for whatever. I'm probably explaining it terribly, but I understand it in my head. You can Google it, too. Alternatively. If you care. Is it because China made those anti-ship missiles? Yeah, that might be it too. But I mean, I don't know. China says they created one. Does it mean they actually did? But I mean, that would be another reason to get away from larger ships. Fewer larger ships. Are you using something in war that's made in China? I know. I bet you they do, though. I bet you they do. Yeah, I've already started looking for stuff. Whenever I have to buy something, I try to not buy made in China. We bought an American flag to put out front of the house the other day. And believe it or not, there are American flags that are made in China. So we had to be very specific. U.S. forces have confirmed the bigger navy of the Chinese fleet in confirmation of those anti-capital ship weapons. Yeah, but again, you can have more ships. Whether you know how to use them is a different story. I mean, you still have the threat of, attrition, I guess, of a larger force. But if they don't know what they're doing. Also, China has a lot less aircraft carriers than we do. Like, we've been running aircraft carriers since pre-World War II, I guess. So they just got theirs, like, 10 years ago. Remember, they bought them from Russia. So, I mean, you're talking about people who barely understand that type of warfare and that type of force protection. They got numbers. It's just like the old thing with Russia. The old Cold War we had with Russia. Russia certainly had the numbers. They had more tanks. I mean, if they started to roll through Europe with their tanks, there was nothing that we could really do to stop their tanks. Numbers just certainly aren't everything. Everything made in China is set to blow up at the touch of a button. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why they didn't want all our 5G stuff made by China. I mean, just imagine something. I mean, like, just say that all the 5G stuff was completely fine, right? They throw up all these 5G towers with all these Chinese company equipment, and once we're, I don't know, halfway through the life of the equipment, all of a sudden they cut off shipment of parts. So, I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be any kind of insidious spying, spy equipment hidden away inside of a 5G router. It can be still economic warfare, and that would really hurt. It's actually illegal for the American flag to be imported into the U.S. They have to be made here now because after 9/11, people bought flags, and they all said made in China. Is that true? I would find that difficult to believe. Because I think we saw several that were not made in the USA. I saw several. But, I don't know. I would think if you're buying a flag of your country, you would want it made in your country. I mean, like, that's kind of the point. But that's just me. That guy behind you is kind of, I don't know what he's doing. He's going forward. Never mind. Oh, shoot. You got another one anyway. Oh, well. China only has one carrier so far, but they're commissioning another. Yeah. Well, I just mean it was Huawei, the ones that were competing for 5G here. I can post a video. What video? Oh, if it's gameplay, you can just post it in general. Oh, there you go. And you only got one problem to deal with. China owns multiple deep water ports in Australia as well as huge tracts of land. Well, I mean, that's kind of easy to deal with. You know? You, That's one thing I don't necessarily, worry about too much, is, like, land ownership from other countries. Because if they try to screw you, you just take their land and just say, F you. I mean, if it comes to war, I'm not saying you don't do it lightly, but if they declare war on you, then okay.